first 3 webinars provided an overview of the suitability and eligibility requirements. Those essentially explain the law behind such applications. In this webinar, I'll take you through the procedural steps, a quick walk through the process in 10 easy steps. Working out your timeline means you'll have to ensure that you meet all the requirements before you hit submit. For example, if you're relying on 6 months' earnings, have you reached the threshold required? If it's a spouse visa, are both of you now free to marry? Do you have your passports ready? Are you ready to move? You would need to make sure you have a list of everything you want to submit. All documents that are required for your situation will be explained within a section of the rules called Appendix FMSE. Make sure the right periods are covered and the correct format is used for each evidence that you rely on. The application form is completed online on gov.uk. This is the website. If you scroll down, you'll have to click on Apply Online from outside the UK. This next page will ask you to select the type of application. The choice is given between a partner and a child. So if you click partner right here, you'll be asked where you live. Select that country. The page after that, right here, will ask you if you're able to enrol biometrics within the local place. Biometrics are basically your facial image and your fingerprints at a local application centre. Once you confirm this, you'll be taken to a final information screen right here with the button Apply Now at the bottom. Click on that and just populate your application, making sure not to submit just yet. You'll need to make sure that you don't submit until you have checked all the information and matched it against previous filled application forms. You also want to make sure again at this stage that the documents are definitely complete. If happy, then submit the application. This will involve 3 steps: submitting the main application, paying for it, and then arranging your biometrics appointment. The submission of documents varies from country to country. For most countries, you'll have the option to upload most documents online or bring them to the appointment for scanning. For those that do not want to use either of those options, you can send all your documents down to London where they'll be scanned to the Visa Application Decision Making Unit in Sheffield. At the appointment, your biometrics will be enrolled. If you opted for, you can avail their scanning service or simply produce evidence that you have uploaded everything online ahead of time. Either way, your original passports will have to be produced at the appointment and you'll be asked to sign a confirmation sheet. After the appointment, you'll simply wait for a decision. The duration of the wait depends on a number of factors. The first factor is the service type you opted for, whether you paid for a priority or a standard service. Another factor is whether the case needs to be investigated, whether an interview needs to be taken place or further checks are required. A third factor is their internal caseload and resources. Sometimes during busy spells, they do not always meet their service standards. The making of a decision is communicated over email. If the passport was submitted at the appointment, then this is posted back to you or you're asked to collect it from the Visa Application Centre where you enrolled biometrics. All other documents should already be with you because even if taken at the appointment, they would have handed them back. There used to be a system where you would have to send documents somewhere else, but this is now slowly rolled out across most countries. If the visa is granted, you'll get a 30-day permit within your passport called a vignette. You travel to the UK within those 30 days and then collect the remainder of your visa duration on a biometric residence permit card from within the UK. This has to be done within a stipulated timescale, which is 7 days of arrival or before your 30-day permit expires.